Erosion. Erosion is the movement of weathered rocks and soil. In erosion, pieces of the Earth's crust are picked up and carried away. But how does this happen? Wind, flowing water, waves, ice, and gravity are all the agents of erosion. Gravity. Gravity is the force that pulls everything on Earth toward the center of the Earth. Objects roll downhill, even living objects. Take a big rock that's been broken off from a mountain, like this boulder. As the boulder is pulled downhill by gravity, it picks up speed, breaking up rocks, plants, everything in its path. It even breaks up more of itself. That happened quickly, but some erosion happens constantly, even when we do not see it. This fence on the side of the hill was straight when it was built. Over the years, a slow form of erosion by gravity called creep has pulled the soil downhill, causing the fence to move downhill too. Rock slides are caused by gravity. Smaller particles like soil can be moved by gravity quickly too, especially when they are mixed with another agent of erosion like water. This mudslide in Northern California destroyed houses and covered a freeway. Gravity is always working with the other agents of erosion, changing the surface of the Earth. Ice. Erosion can also be caused by moving ice, like glaciers. Today, you can find glaciers in places where snow builds up and it's cold all year. The snow never melts. The weight of the snow and the force of gravity cause these layers of ice to creep or flow downhill. This boulder in the glacier is being eroded day by day. It's being dragged along with the glacial flow, approximately 30 centimeters, or 1 foot, a day. As it moves, the ice scrapes over the earth, carrying other rocks and soil along with it. Years from now, it may get to this Alaskan bay. Many of the landforms we are familiar with, like Cape Cod, Long Island, and the U-shaped Yosemite Valley, were formed by glaciers thousands of years ago.
Wow, a glacier scraped over the Earth's crust, gouging out bedrock here and piling up rock there.
Wind. The wind is blowing over this sandy desert. You can see ripples in the sand, similar to the ripples you see in water when it is moved. In wind erosion, particles of sand are picked up and moved by the wind. When the wind slows, they will be dropped. Over time, they may form huge piles of sand called sand dunes. On another day, the wind may pick up the sand on this dune and move it to form a dune at a new location. When wind does this in farmland, the effect can be very destructive. In the 1930s, there was a drought in the middle of the country. No rain fell and the soil dried up. Wind picked up the precious topsoil needed to grow crops and destroyed many family farms. Over the years, sand carried on the wind may have eroded away whole mountains, leaving behind these bizarre-shaped landforms called outliers that are wearing away more day by day. As dramatic as these changes may be, the agent of erosion that causes the greatest change is running water. Water. From the moment water touches the earth, it moves it. We can see this if we look at raindrops on sand. Each drop of water moved some sand. Running water can drop particles in places miles and miles away from where they were picked up. Can you imagine the amount of weathered rock moved by this storm? Or in this waterfall? You can see this at the ocean with each pounding wave. They can break up rocks and shells into smaller pieces. Waves are constantly carrying these materials, along with your favorite sand castles, out to sea. Who knows what new shore they may wash up on